So please give it up right now for Allie Kinnaman!
Hello. Oh, this is nice. It's like a fireplace, but not really. Do you ever get really nervous to share your poetry with people? Like if you don't say it just right, everybody is gonna think you're an idiot. You ever feel that way? So I thought a stand-up showcase was the perfect place to share my poetry. It's not gonna be funny. It's poetry. Don't laugh. I don't think I got any mail today. Because today is not a mail day. However, I will check the mail anyway. I do that too sometimes, says the man to my right. And I watched his footprints cover with snow as he left for the night. Thank you, that was my poem. I wrote that the other day after I checked the mail, and guess what? There was no mail. I love sending mail, though. If you know me, I love sending mail. Love sending letters. I love writing fun facts in letters. And I want to share my favorite fun fact with you. My favorite fun fact of all time. And for some context, a couple of months ago, my partner, he's an EMT, and he graduated his EMT schooling. Yes, thank you. I'm dating a LaCroix doctor. And he passed his schooling and he got his job and he came home after the first day and he's like, I'm like, how was it? And he's like, it was great. You know, I got to drive the ambulance. And I'm like, that's so cool. How was that? He's like, it's awesome. All ambulances are stick shift. I know, I was like, that's such a fun fact. Why aren't more people talking about this? That's so wild. Can you imagine? Picture me this for a moment. You go to EMT school, right? You go through all the schooling. You pass top of your class because you're really smart. And you go to your first day. They toss you the keys. You hop into the ambulance and you don't drive stick shift. What are you going to do? Take a driver's ed class? Like, what's the next step beyond that? I would love to be the patient in that ambulance on your first day, right? I'm in the back and I'm bleeding out because I stepped on a Lego or something. And you're in the front, and the ambulance is just kind of like inching down the highway. And I'm just hitting all the walls, you know, just like a thum, thum. And you turn around and you just go, sorry, it's my first day. Right? Like, this is such a fun fact. I'm telling everybody this fun fact. I'm going, did you know that all ambulances are stick shift? Did you know? All ambulances, they're stick shift. All ambulances, they're stick shift. Stick shift. Every single ambulance is stick shift. Did you know that ambulances, all of them are stick shift? Out there, did you hear me? All ambulances, they're stick shift. And then a couple of months ago, we're at my parents' house. We're having dinner, and they're like, you know, how's EMT school, you know? And I'm like, oh my God, you gotta tell him. You gotta tell him the fun fact. And my partner pulls me off to the side later, and he's like, Allie, how many people are you telling? And I'm like, everybody. I'm telling absolutely everyone. This is the best fun fact I've ever heard. And he goes, I was joking. Yeah, so now I look like an idiot. Looks like such an idiot. My parents knew he was joking. I love visiting my parents. I love it very much. To be clear, I love visiting my parents' pets. We've got 2 cats, a dog, and my mom has a pet squirrel. I know. And for context, my mom is the type of person who likes to keep fully shelled peanuts in the breast pocket of her shirts. Yeah, all the time, before having a pet squirrel. So when I come home to visit, you know, my mom's always standing there on the back porch, and she goes, kss, kss, and Baby's the name of the squirrel. Baby comes running across the yard, up her leg, onto her shoulder. She starts feeding the peanuts to Baby, the squirrel, and just feeding them. It's so cute. I love Baby. I am Baby's #1 fan. Did you know that Baby was the only squirrel of her litter to survive? I know, so strong, so strong. Baby also doesn't have a tail. Yeah, it's okay though. My mom also doesn't have a tail. So they match. They have a lot in common, actually, besides loving fully shelled peanuts and not having tails. They are both the strongest people/squirrels that I have ever seen. They're very strong. They're very independent. They know what they want, and they know how to get it. You know, when I come home to visit, I was actually home recently, and I was in the backyard, and one of our cats was face to face with Baby, the squirrel, and is just sitting there. And Baby is looking our cat dead in the eye, and they're facing off, and Baby's just kind of slapping the cat. And the cat's just taking it, right? I think he likes it. And the squirrel's just going back and forth. And my dad, the man to my right, just kind of goes, yeah, I do that too sometimes. And this is amazing to me. I love this because I love watching Baby and this cat. Because every once in a while, the cat will lift his paw back up, and Baby will just kind of go, mm-mm. No. And the cat puts his paw back down and just continues to take the little slaps. So my mom and the squirrel are very similar. My mom also is a very strong person, very strong, independent. She was one of Seattle's first female bus drivers. Woot woot. She was also one of Seattle's first female bodybuilders when they opened bodybuilding gyms to women. And I think that is so amazing. She is so strong. And I cried the other day because my bath was too warm. But it's okay though. You know who comforted me through it? My mom. She gave me a peanut. Thank you so much. I've been Allie.
Keep it going for Allie.